be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Hornet. Now let's get it.
Okay.
Thank you, David. And both these teams have no problem, Steve, pouring in the points. You have to be excited about all the scoring we're about ready to see.
Yeah, Kevin, I'm excited. The first team to 100 in the third quarter is probably going to win this game. These two teams play. They play up and down, and they want to score.
All the fans will enjoy this.
Yes, they cannot leave their seat because there's some plays that will be made above the rim.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Setting the floor for the Hornets. Lee out there with lights out, and it's the Beast. Then there's Big Dog, and it's B-Train in at the power forward. Los Angeles shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And one of the highlights all this season has been their ability to make free throws. How about 82% as a unit?
They set the screen. Charlotte moving the ball around. Joseph with the ball. Just 5 to shoot. From the arc. Blake Griffin pulls it in. To the middle.
And how sweet of a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. On the wing, Lee. Stolen by Beverly. Crawford with the ball. Picked up by Joseph. Crawford digs to Beverly. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Beverly's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Beverly against Joseph. To the left side wing. Lee outside. And they get it. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
Wow, and this is his range. Maybe he was too wide open.
Three-pointer. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Joseph, the pass to Beach. And he takes a fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Beverly against Joseph. And it's Beverly missing.
No hesitation. He took it right to the rack. But a quick reaction.
Whoa!
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Lee against Crawford. Floats one. It's deflected. And oh, here we go. Joseph's got it. The fast break chance. And it's Lee that time on the assist from Joseph. Lee's got his first 2 points of the night.
This is why you like to get him touches. He makes things happen.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Picked by Griffin. And Beverly kicks to McAdoo. Maggette outside. 5 to shoot. From 13, Griffin's shot is good.
You like how he uses his height there.
Sure, working the in-between area. Not many guys with the length to bother him.
Here's Joseph. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Denver.
And he wreaked havoc on defense with 4 steals for the game.
And the foul called on Jamal Crawford. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Now, here's Joseph. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. The pass to Wolf, 5 on the clock. And it's it's the Clippers with the rebound. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus. But they held each other accountable and played hard.
And here is Joseph. He carries a very heavy load for him offensively, averaging nearly 32 points a game. Here's the Beast. Back to Joseph. Shot clock at 5. And then jammed down as it goes right over Blake Griffin.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stud. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Corey Maggette on the wing. Boy, he was something else against Boston. And he banks in the layup. Maggette's got 5 points so far.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Here's B-Train. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Charlotte shooting their first free throw tonight. And one thing you know with this Clippers franchise is they are not going to let money be a hurdle when it comes to their goal of winning a title. Ownership, Steve, has shown they're willing to put out money to get the best players on the floor.
Well, it all starts back to when this team was sold for $2 billion. Ownership is not afraid to open up their checkbook to acquire talent. Next for them is just getting to the next level and winning a championship.
And this is a guy that can get you stops, aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well. I like the efficiency here. 3 out of 4 shooting, just taking what the defense gives him.
Here's Dio. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Joseph, the pass to Big Dog. Now Joseph. On the wing, Lee. Back to Joseph. Here's Wilkes. Off target with his 3.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
Griffin inside. Count the basket. And it's a 7-point Clipper lead.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
I just thought the defense was porous. Got any shot they wanted, really, for most of the evening.
I'll give them credit. Even though they were facing very little resistance, they refused to play down to the level of their competition.
Charlotte making some changes. Big Daddy's checked in for Big Dog. And it's Big Cat in for B-Train. And the dunk by Joseph.
And you can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Sometimes you want to send a message, and a message was sent. What a dog.
Jackson misses. Hornets trail by 5. Back to Joseph. Fires the 3. Here's Brand. Lee outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wolf passes to Brand. Got a piece of it. Right side Jackson shoots from 14. Not enough on that one as it misses. For Charlotte, they've gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. For Charlotte, they've gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And he knocks down the first one. Steve, so much of being a great offensive player is learning to draw contact and work yourself to the free throw line. When you look at the league right now, who are some of the best in the league, in your estimation, doing that?
James Harden is one of those guys. He gets to the line, double-digit figures sometimes. Free throw. DeMar DeRozan, DeMarcus Cousins. I think Russell Westbrook, because he's such a guy that's in attack mode and he likes contact. The guys who like contact, they get to the line a lot.
Beverly, the pass to man. Back to Beverly. Deep. The Clippers rebound. Manning, the pass to Beverly. Basket is good, and they'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And high-quality numbers for him all season long. How about 81 from the line?
And Doc Rivers, Steve, a coach who has one of the rare distinctions of being traded from one team to another. This, of course, happened when the Celtics traded into the Los Angeles Clippers.
I mean, Kevin, this was so odd. Doc Rivers was worth a first-round draft pick in the 2015 draft for the Clippers. Rivers asked to be moved as he didn't want to go through the rebuilding process with the Celtics had in front of them.
And it's lights out with the foul. That's his first foul. And here is Los Angeles now. Redick for three. No good that time.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Kicks it to Beverly. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Los Angeles.
And they've been avoiding those deep threes. They're capable of knocking those shots down from long range, but so far they've really been reluctant to let it fly from that free throw line extended three-point shot.
Campbell is checked in for Joseph. No good from Lee. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. And Redick kicks to Beverly. There's a good screen. Pass to Harrell. Right wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Redick with the 3. Redick can't get that one to fall. Charlotte's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Pass to Campbell. Right side, Lee, and that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
And taking a look at some of the stats here for Lee. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. 2nd in scoring, 3rd in free throw shooting, and also his field goal percentage is up in the top 5. Tremendously efficient at finishing plays at the basket.
And what he's doing right now, carving up defensive schemes at will. 2nd best scorer in the league. It's just a marvelous thing to watch and appreciate. 1:09 left in the first quarter of the game. Hits it from 3-point range. Clippers trail by 3. Outside Jackson. Passes to Manning. Over Brand. And the rejection by Brand. Campbell with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against Denver. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And Campbell drills both of them.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And Los Angeles guys shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Jackson down low. He's against Garcia. And the basket by Jackson.
Well, early on, neither team putting much emphasis on the defensive side.
No doubt. The offensive game plan on both sides has been effective early on.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And here is Campbell, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Garcia, a picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. And the Hornets lead by 5.
And you can see there, the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them.
Here's Campbell. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And a chance here to just double-check the ruling on the floor. I wasn't sure if he got it off in time or not, so I appreciate the second look as well.
They're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you got to use it.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And Clippers head coach Doc Rivers told us earlier he wants...
Expectations are good. I try to...
Doc Rivers is really a master motivator, isn't he? I mean, it's almost jiu-jitsu, the way he takes something like criticism and turns it into a compliment.
How could you not want to play for a guy like that? He's the ultimate players coach and the kind of guy his players would do anything for.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
I mean, really good with their post presence, and it's really allowed them to establish a physical tone here in the first.
Well, you know, in this era, everybody likes the three-point shot. I like their commitment to pounding the ball inside.
We've got Patrick Beverly. He's out there with J.J. Redick. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Steven Jackson. And it's Manning in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Smitty, what do you think about the super teams being put together? People have complained that it's not right for a mid-market or smaller market team like Oklahoma City to lose at Kevin Durant and go to a team that's already great. What do you think about these teams getting even stronger and maybe the other teams weakening because of it, and the overall strength of the league then is lopsided?
Well, I think when you look at it, when you watch teams that win championships, they always usually have a big three, some kind of way. But I think now people are looking at it, if it's, I guess, created organically, people are right. But I think now people are saying, how can a guy just lose to these guys and join them? But I think it's still a business, and I think when a guy is a free agent, he has that choice. When you look at Kevin Durant, he wanted to go where he thought was the best place for him to win a championship, where he felt comfortable. It's just that they just lost to the Golden State. That's why I think a lot of people are unhappy.
And not an indictment on Oklahoma City, but I think also, would you agree, Steve, the style of play with the Warriors really attracted Durant?
I think the style of play by the Warriors will attract me right now, and I can't get up and down and run. He likes to shoot threes. He likes to get up, and his offense is probably what he does best. And Golden State Warriors are one of those teams, they do it at a high level. It was a match made in heaven.
5 on the clock. Here's Campbell. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Campbell's got the lead up to 11 now for the Hornets.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, we know the Clippers are one of the best teams in the league, but are they good enough to win it all? Coach Doc Rivers talked about overcoming the super teams they face. He said the big three in Boston, put them together, bam, we won. We had Miami, Golden State, but there are teams that still poke through. Dallas did it, and that's what we're trying to do. Kevin?
And with Doc in control, the Clippers, DA, they'll always be in contention for a title. Thanks so much for that terrific report. To the paint, here's Manning, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Manning's got his first basket of the night. Outside, Garcia. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And there's the pass to Lyons. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Here's Campbell. He's got 11. 4 on the clock. Outside, Garcia. Over Jackson. But they'll get another chance. Now Campbell. Outside, Garcia. Second chance shot. It's hauled in by the Clippers. This is their first chance this season playing Charlotte.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. Two teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
This is going to be a fun first game between these two squads. Buckle up.
Campbell with it. There's the screen. Now the dish to Garcia. Pass to Boyd. Stolen by Beverly. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. They get a hand on it. And that's a foul. Called on Money. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before that.
Big Dog is jacked in for Charlotte. B-Train comes in for Big Cat.
And now a look at Blake Griffin. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. He's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defenses try to adjust, but he has the intelligence along with the talent, just finds new ways to beat them.
The Beast, he's checked in for Charlotte. Stolen away. The finish. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And that's his 3rd foul. The chance you take leaving him in with 2. Let's see if they'll sit him now until the half.
Redick against Campbell. Ball stolen.
Well, you've got to value the possession. They've given up 6 points off of turnovers this quarter alone.
Back to Garcia. Passes it to Wolf. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
He's been so consistent scoring the basketball. It has helped him tack on to this lead.
Crawford kicks to Redick. He feeds it to Maggette. Here's McAdoo. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's B-Train. And here is Campbell. Outside, Garcia. There's the pass to B-Train. Pulls up. Pass to Campbell. Here's the Beast, covered by Maggette. Pass to Campbell. Here's B-Train, covered by Maggette. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wilkes. And no good that time. Nice D from Crawford. McAdoo dishes to Redick. He kicks it to Maggette. Picked by Griffin. Maggette, the pass to Griffin. Back to Maggette. And stolen by Garcia. To the right side. Here's Wolf. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Clippers trail by 16. Crawford outside. Griffin sets the screen for Crawford. And it's off from 3-point range. Hornets have gone 6 of 10 to the floor here in the second quarter. And Garcia has it in the corner. Passes it to Campbell. The pass to Wolf. Goes up the baseline. The shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Griffin kicks to Maggette. Back to Griffin. Over Wilkes. Got a hand on it. Here's the Beast. A 23-point game for him in the win against Denver. Pass to Big Dog. Three-pointer. And another three for Charlotte.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And Smitty, every NBA player who plays as long as you did has a moment where they realize Father Time has caught up with them. Was there a specific moment for you, for instance, when you realized that you had to retire? Or you were being asked to retire?
Hey, Kevin, great question. It happened all in one sequence.
Oh, really?
I was playing a power forward position. Imagine that. I started this league as a point guard. I go to power forward position. I step out to hedge on Jamal Crawford. He throws it through my leg. He keeps it and lays it up. I look over at Bernie Bickerstaff, and he nodded and said, "You know what, Smitty, it's time." I said, "God, lead coach in the game, in the middle of the game." But that moment, I realized the game was passing me by with these young guys. And me and Jamal Crawford has talked about it. It was one of those moments when I didn't even react. I knew my reaction skills were gone.
That's an amazing story. 5 to shoot. It's Crawford with the drive. But he recovers it. And it's blocked. It's a halt the run. Nice shot for McAdoo. McAdoo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Now, here's Joseph. He's got 13. Feeds it to Lee. Charlotte moving the ball around. To the inside. And the dunk by Joseph.
Are you kidding me? I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
He is not scared of anybody. He knows he can play amongst the big boys, and he showed it.
And Reddick kicks to Crawford. Oh, Griffin in position. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Here's Dio. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. There's a screen on the wing. Lee. Back to Joseph. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Reddick. And a quick look now at the best free throw shooting teams. The Hornets, number 1.
You can't be careless when you play them. I mean, no wasted opportunities at the line. It's a team effort, and they're getting it done.
Crawford against Lee. Crawford dishes to Maggette. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
There's a minute 34 left to play here in the half. Charlotte calls timeout.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
The reason why is you like to get value every time down the floor, but that does take a lot of discipline.
Andrew Beverly is checked in for J.J. Redick. The Hornets also changing it up. Big Daddy's checked in for Big Dog. Big Cat comes in for B-Train, and it's Garcia in for the Beast. Here's Joseph, and Garcia has it in the corner. Back to Joseph. Pocket 6, and a wide open look for Lee. No good from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Outside Griffin. And McAdoo pitch to Beverly. They set the pick. There's the feed to Maggette. Tracks in the tray. Maggette's got 5 points in the quarter.
Making a dent in this deficit. He's been on point tonight.
Now Joseph, 15 points in the game. They need this one. Lloyd the pass to Joseph. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Back to Lee. From deep three-point range. Lee with another miss.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And that one's good by Maggette.
And just carrying over from his last game. Completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their transition game has been in full effect. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Steve Clifford. Steve, what's the focus going into the second half?
The big thing is they've got so much offense.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first half in the books. This is Ernie Johnson. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's Charlotte in control. They are leading by 12. And Big Fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
They did an awesome, horrific job. That's right, Ernie. Awesome, horrific. That's awesome and terrific to get.
So that'll do it for now as we send you courtside with Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew for the start of the second half.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows. Clippers trail by 12. Tipping off the second half. Here's Steve Clifford's 5. He's down there at Beach Lane. Then it's Black Hole. Then there's Lights Out. And it's Big Dog. And at the 5, roaming the paint. And that one's good. Griffin.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Yes, in the first minute or so, you knock down a couple shots. You are in rhythm.
Joseph with the ball. They set the pick. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Joseph's got 17 now.
Yeah, you see the killer instinct. He's going for the death blow.
True story. They've got a monster league that's taking a life of its own.
Here's Crawford. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
The mid-range game is becoming more of a lost art, but not for this guy.
Charlotte leading by 10. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. And Joseph gets the lead. Beverly against Joseph. Out to Lee. Wolf passes to Lee. And here is Joseph. He's got 17. There's the pick. Lee with the ball. Picked up by Maggette. Shot clock at 6. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession.
Checking out the numbers for the Beast. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. First in free throw shooting. Third in shooting percentage. And he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league in three-point shooting.
And it's nice when you have the NBA's best free throw shooter just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been completely automatic this season.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Charlotte leading by 12. And it's Lee penetrating. And Lee with the stuff.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. To the middle, here's Crawford. Got a hand on it.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
Joseph, that's good.
Just crushing it here. 80% to start the half.
Los Angeles has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And the Clippers call time here.
And the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they've got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, that perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
Crawford up top, covered by Lee. Crawford drives in.
Yeah, easy call.
The Clippers have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. And that one falls for Jamal Crawford. And so Jamal Crawford nails both of them. Here's Joseph. 21 points in the game. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. On the wing, Lee. And stolen by McAdoo. Here's Griffin. And finished off by Griffin.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. Joseph against Beverly. Now here's Joseph. Passes it to Beatrice. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Crawford dishes to Beverly. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. And we take a look here at the shot chart for the Hornets.
Well, you have to think that he is going to look to go to the rim a little more often going forward because the three ball just hasn't been there. Sometimes it seems he's not getting his feet set or rushing his shooting motion, but either way, it just ain't falling.
And there's a whistle that goes on B-Train. That'll be his second foul at the game. On defense, Charlotte. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Griffin sets the screen for McGinn. Oh, that's blocked. They retain possession. Joseph up top, defended by Beverly. Shot by Joseph, no good.
Ooh, that's the one when you watch the film back, he's going to cringe. He couldn't ask for a better opportunity.
Griffin sets the screen for McGinn. He dishes it to Griffin. 6 to shoot. Maggette outside. Again, the miss by Maggette. Charlotte leading by 14. Here's Griffin. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws. Now for him. And with this break, why don't we check out the hottest shooting point guards over the last month? And you look at Joseph, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
And that percentage is what you'd expect to see from your big man. I mean, to get it from a guy who spends most of his time on the perimeter says a lot about his efficiency.
I love when you have guys that care about their field goal percentage. Guys who can take it down low and add to that percentage.
On the wing, Lee, the pass to Beatrice. Griffin with the steal. Dishes to Maggette. Kicks to Beverly. They set the pick. Launches it. Los Angeles with another miss.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Joseph. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
A different look for the Clippers. Montrezl Harrell comes in for Blake Griffin, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. And Beverly kicks to Harrell. It's tipped.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Lee outside, connects from three-point range. Lee's got 5 points now.
Sometimes you get tunnel vision being that close inside, but he saw the entire court and threw it out to an open teammate.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Without question, lights out, displaying his skills today.
Yeah, they're going to have to talk about this. They got to find a way to get the ball out of his hands.
Beverly against Joseph.
Jump ball. You two.
So it's the Hornets now. B-Train passes to Wolf. There's the pick. There's Lee with the three. Shot clock at 5. The dish to Joseph.
Hindi ko nakikita talaga. Wala. That's why I didn't know it.
Naka-deliver na yun, diba?
Eh, nasan nga? Ang gagawin ko? Nagpo-produce ako ng message. Ano, nakain ka ba? What are you gonna do? Ano kainin mo yung pansit? Tinapay lang. Sige, kakain din ako. Magtutoast ka ba?
Ilan?
Tagal pa to eh. Dalawa. Tsaka pansit ako, kakain ako ng pansit.
As the shot clock ticks down. Joseph's got 26 points.
They're not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Wolf, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And the point differential tells the story. Their two-way play has been outstanding.
You know, it's a matter of effort plus talent. You need both to dominate this way.
Here's Lee. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for Joseph. Averaging about 32 points, 16 assists, and almost 4.5 steals. So much of what this team does revolves around his offense.
He stacks up points. Reason why? Because that's his mindset. He wants to carry the load and clearly is successful at it.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Big Daddy comes in for Big Dog, and it's Big Cat in for B-Train. Here's Jackson, and it's off the back rim, no good.
Yeah, momentum right now is against them. They're just going to have to figure out a way to ride this one out.
You know, easier said than done. What they need to do is string together some positive plays, try to turn the tide.
First one falls for them.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Here's Reddick. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. He feeds it to Maggette. And they get it. He with the block.
Well, this whole period for him, it's been challenging. You can tell he's starting to press.
And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line. That's on J.J. Reddick. Free throw good, Joseph. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Outside Jackson. Harrell setting the pick for Jackson. Again, the miss by Jackson. Charlotte's going to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Wolf. Lee outside. Out to the right wing. Now Joseph. He's got 29 points. Shot clock at 6. Back to Lee for 3. And another 3 for Charlotte.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Maggette outside. Pass to Manning. Back to Maggette. Outside for Jackson. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Jackson's got 5 now.
Okay, it's on. Trading blows here from distance.
You know what? Both sides are in rhythm. The defense out there having no effect.
Charlotte calls timeout.
And you can see his wheels are turning. We'll see what he draws up here.
It's been an ongoing battle of adjustments, trying to identify your strongest matchup each time down the floor.
Some changes for Charlotte. The Prophet comes in for the Beast, and it's Campbell in for Joseph. Screen by Brand. Campbell kicks to Garcia. Pass to Campbell. 4 on the clock. And it's Lee penetrating. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And here's a look at some numbers for the Prophet. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 8th in field goal percentage, 10th in free throw percentage, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. Here's Maggette. That one wide left.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Brand, a screen on Redick. Campbell with it. He's got 11. Back to Lee. Screen by Brand. The baseline J. Lee gets the bucket. Lee's got 14 points here in the second half.
I love how he's been more patient in this second half, shooting only the shots he feels he can make.
Redick dishes to Maggette. Shot from the wing. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
Awfully hard to get back into the game when one of your key shooters is this ice cold and has been all quarter.
Lee against Maggette. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And there's a minute 45 left in the third quarter. Passes it to Mann. Back to Maggette. Over Lee. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Well, he's put up zeros for an entire quarter. Not the way you try to get back into this ball game.
We'll get a moment now to view the league's stingiest defenses. The Hornets, number 1.
It's the hallmark of a strong defensive team. When you can keep your opponents to such a low point total, it shows you are setting the pace.
And the first one at the line is good. ABC's checked in for Charlotte. And Campbell drills both of them. Picked his pocket. And Garcia has it in the corner. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all. That's good from Garcia. So he gets them both. 1:16 left to play in the third. And Redick kicks to Jackson. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
They set the pick. And the pass to Boyd. Just 5 to shoot. Brand dishes to Garcia. It's 3-pointers off the mark.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Griffin's checked in for Los Angeles. LA's on 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Picked by Griffin. Pass to Manning. That one's not going to go. Great D that time from Brand. Garcia passes to Campbell. There's 14 seconds left in the third. Back to Garcia. From deep. It's rebounded by Manning.
Yeah, and even with his range, that one might be asking a little too much.
Well, the truth is, he probably makes this shot a little more often than he should, so it's hard to resist.
And so it's Charlotte, setting a lead of 40 points at the end of the quarter. Terrific play. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Let's hear what Doc Rivers has going on over in his huddle.
The little mistakes are the only reason they got this.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Charlotte's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. We've got Ferguson, Cody Zeller out there with Griffin. Then it's Steven Jackson, and it's Cox in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. There's the pick. Here's Garcia, knocks it loose. Shot, high post. Griffin grabs the board. Griffin's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And finished off by Griffin.
Let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
Okay.
Here's Big Daddy. And here is Campbell. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. He kicks to Garcia. Now Campbell, 6 to shoot, and then Brand with the dunk.
And this is the value of letting the play develop. You find the weakness in the defense.
Clippers shooting the ball at 42%. Feeds it to Jackson. Picked by Zeller. Jackson has the open look. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
A good screen made all the difference. It led to an open look.
And the new CBA hammered out steady last season between the league and the players. It really seemed to get done. Adam Silver, a terrific job. Chris Paul leading the players' side. They got together early and seemed to be much more cordial in their negotiations. I think that's a wonderful sign.
I think the game is in good hands right now, and I was happy from, like you said, from the league side and the players' union side. You said it best, Kevin. They got together early, and that's why I think it was seamless. And the game right now is going so well, and they didn't mess it up, and I'm happy about it.
And you know what? I'll even go on. I'll take it one step further. I don't know if there's a professional league in the world right now that is in better shape in almost every aspect than the NBA. What do you think?
I totally agree, Kevin. Right now, we have a magical time right now in the NBA. Things are running well on the court and off the court.
Garcia goes in. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but the guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
Here's Cox. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Campbell to the paint. Brand, good. Brand's got 4 points this quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Cox, the pass to Ferguson. Wants to get it to Zeller and does.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And replay review now commonplace. In the interest of speeding up those reviews, Steve, the league last season allowing officials at the replay center in Secaucus, New Jersey to make the call. You like that decision?
think sometimes finding a way to speed it up, and I think there's some way where you can have a referee right there on site also can be able to get a chance to see the play, because sometimes technology doesn't get back from Secaucus back to the game. If some kind of way, the middleman, if he's there in this obvious play, that can cut the time. You know, because right now, sometimes it's taking a long time.
As long as they get it right, correct? How they do it, who cares? As long as they get the call right, though, to me is the most important. What about you?
I do love that, Kevin, but I think sometimes, you know, human error is a part of basketball. The refs can't be perfect. And so sometimes if they're a bad call, it's just a bad call you got to live with.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Every so often a team will have a home game and see their stadium flooded with fans for the away team. It happens when a especially good, popular team is playing a team kind of in a bad part of their schedule, or maybe just in a bad part of their development. Smitty, do players notice when this happens? And does it bother them?
Yeah, players notice it. It does bother you. It happened to me in the Chicago Bulls era. You're here, people cheering more for Michael Jordan than their own players. It's because people love to see winners. People have their favorite players, and a lot of people right now look at it as they want to come see their favorite player. As a player, you just got to go out, beat Michael Jordan, go out and win, and usually the fans will turn into your favor.
Steve, we're hearing more and more about video game competitions, the rise of esports. It's big business. Have you been following any of that?
Yes, I have. Rick, Fox, Shaq, those guys with E-League here at Turner Sports. I get a chance to watch and bring my kids here and watch of it. I'm amazed. It's growing and growing and growing, and I love the competition of Rick Fox, Echo Fox versus Shaq's team.
Yes, that goes in.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Cox, he's covered by Joseph. Crawford, right side, shoots over Campbell. Crawford's shot is good.
Tell you what, I love that he didn't get rattled after being blanked in the first half. His shot has been absolute money since then.
Now, here is Garcia. Joseph with the ball. Pass to Wolf. Off the pick. Pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Tipped away. Stolen by Joseph. Goes up. And the dunk by Joseph.
And we talk about this a lot. Turnovers leading to transition points.
I love the anticipation right there for the pick. Then he wastes no time getting up court.
Zeller, a screen on Joseph. Cox, the pass to Zeller. And Smitty, I heard somewhere that both Larry Bird and Kevin Durant did a lot of wrist strengthening exercises when they were growing up. How important is wrist strength to basketball players, and especially shooters like yourself?
You know, when you're taught the game of shooting the basketball, Kevin, they say get your legs into it, but there's sometimes you are in situations where the only thing you can do is use your arms and your wrist. And you see guys right now from a flat-out standstill position deep behind the three-point line, a la Kevin Durant, Steph Curry. They're just shooting with all arms and wrists. So it's very important to strengthen your wrists and your arms.
And did you do that? Did you do any of that wrist strengthening when you played, and did you adhere to that?
I did not, Kevin. All I did was do some push-ups.
And the block shot turns into a shooting foul. So the defensive effort there a bit too much, as the officials will send him to the line, and he'll shoot some free throws.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
And the Clippers making a change here. Harrell's checked in. And here is Joseph. Here's the screen inside. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The first one falls. And he makes both free throws. Clippers with the ball. Crawford outside. And there's the feed to Zeller. And shot on the way. It's rebounded by Charlotte. B-Train's got his third rebound on the night.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Now, here's Joseph. Tight defense on him. They'll get another chance. Pass to B-Train. Back to Joseph. Outside, Garcia. Tries again, and he sinks the layup. Garcia's got 9 points in the quarter.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Cox, the pass to Zeller. To the left wing. Here's the three. Buries the long-range jumper.
Unable to close out defensively, even against the smaller shooter.
Yeah, but out on the perimeter, a lot more space. It all evens out.
Here's Joseph. They set the pick. Now the pass to Wolf. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Montrezl Harrell did not like that.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Campbell against Crawford. And he gets that one to go off the front line.
Now we can say it. He's a completely different shooter this half. Much more confidence, much more success.
Here's B-Train. Charlotte calls timeout. And Smitty, this year the NBA choosing to start the season a bit earlier to cut down on the back-to-back games during the year. Do you think the NBA should spread the schedule out even more? Are you happy the way they have at least gone about this season?
I think the NBA, Adam Silver and those guys have done a fantastic job. I love how they give the guys basically a week after All-Star games. They're starting a little bit early to cut down the back-to-backs. Either way, if you can find ways to help the recovery time is great. But I think right now, the league and the games and the scheduling, they're in good hands right now.
And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in. The Hornets also with a sub. Lee's checked in for Campbell. Here's Joseph. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Cody Zeller. First free throw is good. And Joseph drops them both. Now Crawford. Pass to Cox. And it's lights out with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. They swipe it.
Turnovers weren't a story for them early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum. Whoa, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
6 on the shot clock. Picked by Harrell. Cox, the pass to Jackson. From deep. And that one is off.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Offensive rebound. Back to Joseph. Charlotte moving it around. Here's Lee. Kicks to Joseph. There's the pick. Well, Steve, with the rise of NBA message boards and increased coverage from beat writers, NBA players have plenty of opportunity to read up on opinions of what people are saying about that player. Is this something that is impossible to avoid? And do some players read fan opinions about themselves? Are they reading these critiques?
Yeah, I think they are. Some players read in too much. Fans have a voice, but you don't have to read the good or the bad. But going back to the beat writers, I think a lot of times a beat writer is one of those guys that you see every day. And you're looking to challenge him when he writes something bad, and also you want to pat him on the back when he writes something good. But I think you got to look at the beat writer and understand he's doing his job. You got to kind of separate that. But a lot of times when there's a beat writer interact with a player, a lot of times it's bad, especially if the beat writer has written something negative toward the player. I wish they could separate those guys. And also the players can separate the beat writers from fans.
1:41 left to play in the final quarter. Passes it to Wolf. Here's B-Train. Here's Lee. Got a hand on it. They recover it. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. Corey Maggette. He's checked in for Jamal Crawford. Charlotte also making some changes. Big Daddy's checked in for B-Train. Big Cat comes in for the Beast. And Cook subbed in for Garcia.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Hornets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Joseph.
Boy, it was amazing the level of chaos he caused. Challenging ball handlers, getting into passing lanes, racking up a number of steals that helped demoralize his opponent.
Pick by Zeller. Here's Jackson. That's tipped. Here's Joseph. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. First one falls for him. And Joseph drops them both. 32 seconds left in the game. Maggette with it. He's picked up by Lee. Maggette against Lee. Here's Cox. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And it's Lee penetrating. Foul on the play. Basket count. So it'll be a three-point play chance.
And in as hostile an environment as you're going to see, they found ways to step up time and time again.
You know, playing away from home, it's easy to get out of sync. Instead, they focused and dominated.
Cox, the pass to Jackson. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long.